Howdy, folks. Hope y'all are doing well. Let's see if this is working. Or are we messed up? Let's see. Mhm. Did it go live or is it still saying not? Let me check comments here. EDC for ADHD. Hey man, how are you? Appreciate you being here. I think something's not quite right with my software here. I may have created another instance, so let's see what's going on. Let me go back out. Go into subscriptions here. Yeah, it's showing live here, but not. Maybe so. There's that. Let me back over and see if I can get the other guys to. I think there's actually two instances somehow. But if there wasn't technical difficulties, then we wouldn't be real live. I don't think. Lives. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. All right. Hopefully the guys will get over here in just a second if they're not already over here. And again, EDC for EDC for the ADHD. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate that. And looks like we've got two people in here. Neil McKenzie, thank you for being here. Roger Baker, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. And somehow I think we had two instances of the live go, but now I can't even see the other one. So hopefully those guys come over here because I am not seeing it. Hey, Rams is silent. No worries, man. It's family is so important, and I'm sure your brother really appreciates you going to get him. So out there, listen in the car. You don't have to, if you want to. You don't have to be on the chat. Please don't while you're driving. But appreciate you dropping by either way. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. I think Marco and several others were in, maybe Ground Fog were in the other one that I saw briefly, but when I started it, apparently it kicked over or something. I don't know. Let's see. And I can't see what I need to see there because it went bye-bye. Oh, well. Okay. We shall continue. You guys, you can go into the Discord and drop your pocket check if you want to. We have a huge box of knives to unbox tonight. He sent me a bunch of his knives as well as some from Fred the Lug. So we've got I don't know, I think it's 10 or more knives to unbox. So this should be interesting. and somehow I have managed to open it up and look at anything, despite the fact getting it Wednesday or Thursday of last week, I think. So I would say it's taken a tremendous amount of self-control, but that's not really the case because I had so much to do that's what needed to be done. All right, we've gone down to 4 in here now. And let's see. Hey, Louie. Thank you for being here, man. I'm going to back out and try to do a search here because I think there's some folks that are stuck over in the original live that was created somehow when I came into it and started it. It decided to do something crazy. So let's see if I can back out and do a search for help with gadgets. Aha, here we go. All right, looks like thank you, LCAP. Really appreciate that, man. I was trying to get over there and figure out what was going on. Um, Much appreciated that you dropped that link there. All right, let me switch over because I was trying somehow when I came into the live, it created a separate instance instead of going with the one that I had scheduled. So technical difficulties and all that, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm going in there and let's see. Let me change that to all chat messages. Like to run the live on my tablet so I can see when I'm up. Like just then, I had a small screen there, and so we should be good to go now. All right, let's back up and say hello to everyone. Mick Ranger, thank you for being here, sir. Do appreciate it. And thanks again. Thanks, Marco. Thanks for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Not a second live, but somehow it created an extra instance or something. And LCAP put a link in the other one directing the folks here, so really appreciate that. All right. TC Blades, hey, man. Hope you're doing well. Fred the Lug's in the house. I've got some of the knives that are in the big box from that TK sent toward me. We've got some knives from him, and which line is the Fred technology? There's Kelly's Mishmash, and I've got a little word to say to Kelly. No, I'm just kidding. We were having fun on another live, and I purposefully mixed up Star Trek and Star Wars on Ron Crow's live the other day and got timed out. So that was all kinds of fun. I made a comment on somebody else's live. No, it was Unprofessional Dad's live, but I don't think she saw it. But it's all good. Said hello to Roger Baker. Hello to Kelly's Mishmash. No idea what you're talking about. Okay. All right. No worries. I was just messing with you anyways. Neil McKenzie, I believe I said hello to you as well. Trying to see if TKE actually gets on here. And because it's his box. But if you are doing well, hope your day is going as well as it possibly can. I'm going to jump over here to the Discord and see if there's anyone dropping anything in. Let's see. So that's the 19th. That was a few days ago. There's a couple in there, but I think those may have been for TKE's live on Saturday. It's very possible. Very possible. And Marco has dropped the link for TKE's YouTube channel. If you haven't been to TKE, be very shocked. LCap says, "What's the skinny Tonto?" This is a Jason Clark ground fog. Thank you for being in. I appreciate it. I saw you were in the other one, and appreciate LCap dropping a link in there. This is a Jason Clark Model 45, I believe is the designation for that. Yeah, model. Let's see if I don't know if it's going to come through. Model 45. It was a pickup at Blade. Yeah, he's a custom maker out of Florida, and this knife is breaking in really nicely, and it's been in pocket a good bit actually. It's just a good sized knife. You've got regular flipper that's kind of low profile. You've got the front flipper that works really well, and then you've got this reverse flick that works well, and good acoustics too. Big Ranger, man, that stinks, dude. Oh man, that gets me that folks can't leave stuff alone that's not theirs, and they want something that's belonging to somebody else. It just gets me. I don't understand why. I hope you have a camera and got a shot that could be used to find them. Oh, too bad for them. It was just some extra free parts. Still, hopefully you have a camera. Man. Fred says, I can tell you about the 4 of my knives in that big box. Awesome, Fred. Are you going to be around for a few minutes? Or are you going to need to step away? And Neil McKenzie says, New Knife Day, Schrade, SCH, OTF 7, Terzula ATCF Light. Cool. Mick Ranger said, they left my house for 45 minutes and came back and it was gone. Good grief. I don't understand why people can't leave stuff alone. That's part of the reason I will not leave a package in my mailbox that's going out. USPS has the free package pickup thing that you can schedule on their website or on Pirate Ship, and I will not leave it in the mailbox for aforementioned reasons. Folks like to run over the mailbox, for one, but in fact, it's only been run over 2 or 3 times since we moved here 22 years ago. But I'm not putting a new mailbox up, but not leave anything in that mailbox. And they have to come and get it off the front porch. And we live kind of back behind the trees, so um, less chance of somebody coming down here, but not unheard of. But if they do, there's multiple cameras that are probably going to get something. So let's see. All right. If not, we'll catch up. Mick says, "Yeah, I have the Blink, but didn't activate my subscription." Um, yeah, that's the thing about some of those service ones. And I do have a Blink, but I've got an old grandfathered in. It doesn't. I don't think it costs that much. But as I've got my home assistant set up, I'm trying to do more things that do not require anything but something on prem. So that's how I'm kind of moving to see. TC Blade said, "I had a panic attack today. I was at Discovery Island in Simpsonville and saw US UPS remit dropped off package. Whoo! That can be scary, especially if you live close to a road and people can see your packages on the front porch." Yep, Mick, that's true. There's a lot of people out there, but there's others that will. They don't care about anything but themselves. So absolutely. TK says, "Hello, y'all," and hey, TK, thank you for being here, sir. Roger says he said that happened to him before. Scrolling on down. Mick says, "My mailbox is pretty secure, but the package came from UPS. He just left it at my door." Yeah. Man. TK says, "Tommy, did you get Fred and I's knives out of the mailbox before you ran it over?" Yeah, but I think some were missing. I think there might be some missing of yours, TK. We'll have to see. Fred says, "I'm surprised by they came out with a knife. Schlachta? That is a basic direct copy of Kensip Tarkin. Crazy. A matter about that than some clones that are out there." I haven't seen that yet, Fred, but I'll take a look because it is crazy. Angry Tom's hat next door. Thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Nick says, "Yeah, I had the free subscription. It just ran out." Oh, man, that stinks. But folks would look for cameras and might be influenced not to do something if they see a camera, but apparently not. Nick says all they got was a few TH screws. That's going to be funny when they open it and there's nothing there. And TK counters with the R must have been one of the missing ones. I don't think you shipped that one yet, sir. I don't think. LK linked TC Blades. Do appreciate it. Jason says, "Smash the like button, TKE." There you go. Tell him, Jason. Congratulations, Jason. Jason won a knife on Unprofessional Dad just a little bit ago. Congratulations to you on that, Jason. Hope you are doing well. And that's true. Just some screws this time, but they might pick up. They might get brave and try it again. I definitely would get that subscription back on the Blink, and maybe a backup camera too. Ron Dobbins, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. That's interesting there, Fred. Not surprised at all, though. Let's see if we can get. Mick said the funny thing is I ordered the screws because I lost a screw, but I actually happened to find it. Very good. But still, I mean, somebody took something of yours from your property, and that's not a cool feeling at all. There's Bluminati Ninja, Tommy Gadgets, Jason BL, Cap Dobbins, Roger Baker, Kelly, and TKE. Hey man, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Hope things are going well for y'all. And remember, folks, Bluminati and Twisted Sis could use your help if you haven't done so already and are in a position where you can. There are still ways to help those guys out from the tornado. Scrolling on down. Ryan Dobbins says, hit that thumbs up, everyone. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Right. Well, that's probably par for the course for most of us, Roger Baker. Yep, just send me your money, Ryan Crow. You'll get it eventually. Just message me and I can tell you the PayPal. Ron Dobbins says, I'm going deep sea fishing tomorrow for my birthday off the coast of San Diego. Ron Dobbins, happy birthday tomorrow. Have fun, and hope you have an awesome fishing trip, sir. That sounds like an interesting proposition there, Blue. I know some folks that have a tiny home, and apparently they love it. So hopefully that goes well for you. Kelly says some fresh tuna would be awesome. Hey, Brian White, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Jason, at least years. Because I mean, I gotta wait till next. I actually have to wait until next Blade show to get one, and then who knows how long after that. Especially if it's some DK and giving me a hard time. Let's see. TK's linking TC Blades. Marco is linking Kelly's Mishmash. I'll go check out both those channels if you would. They would certainly appreciate it. And TK linked Bluminati Nemesis. TK's also linked Kelly. I think Kelly's been linked a couple of times. There's the master moderator, as they say, TKE, throwing at Ryan Crows as well. You guys, I just noticed the computer fan seems to be running a little louder than normal. Are y'all able to hear that, or is the mic not allowing that to come through? Y'all let me know. Jason, when you're talking about your pulling tractor, are you talking about for tractor pulls, or you got something one that just pulls like a trailer? I'm assuming the latter. Old Man on the Ridge says, good evening and hello, everyone. 5-year-old granddaughter's birthday party is winding down. Awesome. Happy birthday to your granddaughter. I have my grandsons coming over tomorrow to stay for 5 days. So this should be quite interesting. I'm actually planning on taking Friday off, and we're planning on going and doing something cool. So should be a fun time. Mister, it's only 24 minutes, and I had to wait till you got here anyway, so you were late. Don't start with me, TKE, sir. LCAP says minimal background noise. Okay, good deal. TC says you're fine. Can't hear the computer fan at all over the mouse clicking. Can y'all still hear that mouse clicking? Great. Now I've got a gnat flying around in here. LCAP says you can faintly hear it if you turn it up fairly loud. Otherwise, you can't. Okay, good deal. Oh, it is. It's both. Jason says John Deere 4430 does farm work, but it usually gets in the money at the tractor pulls. So I'm a country boy, so I've actually been to tractor pulls. So TK says open the box or throw the mouse out the window. That was just for TKE. Ryan Diamond says, hope you're all having a great day today. Hope you all have a great night, too. The same to you, sir. Oh, I know, TC. I know. It's all good, man. Oh, and TK's making excuses of why he's been doing shots. All right. So, first things first. So now, not only do we have for the last Tuesday of the month normal giveaway, we have the knife stands, but I also have a supply of these bit drivers that are my son-in-law printed out. I put magnets in the end of all of them, and these have storage inside where you can store 6 additional bits, and then those close up. And that'll get looser as you work it out. But so there's bit drivers that you can choose as well. I got a few of them here, so that's an addition to the to everything. Well, I have a couple of knives that I probably want to move on to other homes. So if you're interested, let me know. Got this the balloon, the porcupine, and somebody mentioned to me the porcupine that they would be interested, and I can't find that. If that was you, please let me know so that I can look back in our conversations and I can get that to you, or we can make plans if you're still interested. What was the other one? Artisan Cutlery Small Centauri I have as well. So, but of course, this is the MSI. I've carried that a few times. I actually took it apart and cleaned it last night. So that one's one that's been in pocket recently. The Jason Clark, I've carried that one a good bit on the let's see what else we got here. We've got the Tuya Voodoo. That one seems to be finding its way in pocket a good bit. Canset Thoth, Mr. Eddie. I actually acid washed the Voodoo and the Thoth for me. So those are pretty cool. And then we've got the Wixco Wartag, which is I need to get some videos done of that one. That's a pretty cool knife, especially for being a small budget blade. We'll get this out of the way. And let's find a box here. And I have got behind on the chat here. I think you're probably talking about those nut bit drivers. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Wait a minute, I'm missing something here. I'll catch up with Mr. Eddie later. The support stickers are right back there. Um, in fact, they just weren't. I've moved some things around in the camera a little bit, so and now I've dropped a bunch of stickers down under the picnic table. I'll have to retrieve those in a little bit. So awesome. Oh, still not visible, are they? Okay, TKE. Is that better? Brown Sugar, thank you for being here, ma'am. Do appreciate it. I've then got 3 minutes behind y'all. Mr. Eddie, we got to talk. There's a link to Mr. Eddie's YouTube. Arizona EDC, thank you for being here. Henry G, thank you for being here. Trying to get caught up. I'm getting there. Ron, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. This may be the first time that you've been on my live. So I hope you would subscribe if you're enjoying it. And great group of folks that hang out in the knife community, and we tend to have a lot of fun. TC Blade says, I'll be right back. Nope, your sticker dropped, Fred. That was one of the ones that dropped down under the table. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and get into the box. This is one of the knives that I've carried in pocket, the Benchmade 940. I actually got that one on vacation last year. And again, this box is from TKE, so I'll get it opened up and then we'll set it off to the side here and start pulling knives, because I am not sure I think that was a different run we're talking about, TK. I'll start pulling knives at whatever order they happen to come in at. All right, let's see what we've got here. Mr. Eddie says, hey, all, listen and hanging out. TKE says, don't mind the smell and wear chemical gloves. Yeah, I tried to move the but TKE set a bear trap in that box. And at least TKE put tape on your package. Oh my. Fred the Luck says you're pretty zoomed in. Yeah, I was trying not to have huge area on the table, and that may come back to bite me. But I can always, with the current setup, I can move things up and down a little bit where I was kind of set on how the height of the camera before. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's get into the first one. This one is 8010. This is the first time that I've been able to check out an 8010, which is going to be cool because Now I get to disassemble and clean one of these bad boys. So, looking forward to that. That's a chunker of a knife, but it fits in hand rather well. Looks like it's been used a little bit. What did you sharpen this thing on, TK? Probably a brick, I'm guessing. I know he's not. He probably hasn't even sharpened this knife. That's probably just from use. Then yes, it is a big boy. Let's scroll back up. TK says, so this is what it's like being Fred watching a YouTuber open your knives that you know you won't see until after Labor Day. Well, for yours, it might take a while. I think I'm doing Fred's first. Todd Carr, thank you for being here first, sir. And he said, TK sent you a package, better wear a hazmat suit. Oh, man, yep. Triad lock, the sidewalk. Can't talk. And TK says, sharpen it on the iron. Thanks, TK. I appreciate that. All right, so we'll set this one off to the side. Let's slide that back up. Hopefully I won't offend TK. So there we go. Carco Klaus is here. Says, oi. So thank you for being here, man. And I'm just going to pop that one up on the screen and let TK read it. Not even going to comment. This should be fun. Trying to remember what knife goes in what pouch. Now, put that there. Todd Carr says 8010 is one of my daily carries. That's an interesting knife. That pocket clip is huge. Pretty much everything about this knife is huge. And I think there's a pin that you can actually put through there if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong about that. Kathleen Smith, thank you for being here. Oops. This is true. I may have chuckled. So I guess that is a comment. Tommy never fixed Mr. Eddie being a managing mod. Remind afterwards, TK. All right, let's get into the second one since I think there's about 10. And we have here a Hinder, and I'm not even sure what it is, what the specifics on it are. TK will have to chime in with that, but I've not checked out a Hinder. I mean, I've probably held one at Blade Show or something, but don't believe I have ever checked one out. Pretty sure I've never disassembled and cleaned one, so this should be pretty cool. That one also feels pretty chunky. Not as chunky as the 8010, but pretty chunky. Hinder XM18 and a Hogue case. Yeah, he's trying to confuse me there, Fred. And you can switch the pocket clip around to do tip down carry for some odd reason. I mean, I'm just kidding, because if that's the way you carry, that's fine. That's just not the way I usually carry them. All right, let's see. All right, and set this off to the side. Just going to reach in and get, getting packing material now. That's probably not safe. Whatever it is I probably should have gloves on. All right, I think there's a knife roll here I probably should get out, and I have a feeling that's probably all the thread, but I don't know that for a fact either. Somebody messing with Mr. Eddie. Well, it's set for tip down now, but tip up, but it could be set for tip down. It looks like, and it looks like somebody is deleting. Oh, TK East is getting deleted. Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna have to fix it now. Are you guys gonna keep up with this, aren't you? You guys. Y'all hold on. We have a situation that needs to be rectified, apparently. Um, let's see what we can do here. Because these guys are being funny. All right. Let's see if that fixes things for now. All right. John Tagamori, thank you for being here, sir. Do appreciate it. All right, let's see what we have here. Fred, you still in here? All right. Looks like we've got a Kube. And I don't know which model this is. Oh, it's the new breed EDC. I remember hearing about that. That is, I can't remember the name of it, but that is a new breed EDC design. Luke Tentex designed the Kubi Demo. TI, I think it's M390. I think you're correct on that because it's actually there on the blade. It's not focusing in, but yes, good deal. I like a lot of Mark's designs. That's a neat little knife. Very cool. Very cool. This one's very fidget friendly. Absolutely. Micro milling on the scales. This looks like this one may have been carried a little bit. It's got some character. Very cool. You hush, mister. Number 2 says. Probably so there, El Cap. All right. Again, I've seen this one before. It is I don't remember the name of it. But it has a pivot style lock. And pivot actually, pushing the pivot in pulls the liner in toward the scale. And I'm looking forward to this one. It's a nice nice milling on this scales. Nice color too. It's a kind of a purple with, you see some blue in there as well. Hopefully that's coming across on the camera. I think it is. And then you've also got these thumb studs that are well done. That's really easy to thumb flick off of. Very cool. Very cool. I like that. That's an interesting knife. The back spacer's got this, it's the crystallized titanium, but then it's it looks like. So that gives it a very cool, but then you still see the crystallized here on the parts that aren't milled. Very cool. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Am I going to have to some okay. Fred says Dream Tech, new company, no model, same as the truffle, same like as the truffles, titanium, and I think also M390. Very cool. And hello, Matisfaction. Thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Scrolling back to see if I missed anything here. John says beautiful everything except the holes. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of speed holes either. There's talk of timing Maddie out for some reason, but TK's instead linked him. Thank you for doing that, TK. Maddie says, innocent of all crimes, and the ones I aren't, I've already done my time, allegedly. TK's being something extra tonight, I think. Oh, there's Mind of Milton. Hey there, sir. How are you? All right. Let's scroll over here one more time. Well, not one more time. Did I get more knives than I was supposed to get? I don't recall. Or TK may have thrown some of his in here. I don't know. Trying to carefully remove this. This is another Kubi with some Damascus inlays there. Very cool. Looks like that one may be DLC coded, maybe. CPM 20 CV. Nice blade shape. I like opening holes. This one's a little far up for me, but it does work well as for thumb, and the front flipper works well. Robert Jones, I don't believe I've said hello to you. Thank you for being here, sir. Do appreciate that. Fred says, I think you only got. That's what I was thinking. There's more in this. There may be a few extras in here. We'll see. You hush your extra mouth and open them eyes, mister. Yeah, that's true, Maddie. That is true. Fred said this is the KB Knives Sudden TI 20CV in Damascus. It's a very nice looking knife, in my opinion. Yep, it does have nice action. And I like those small Damascus inlays there in sets. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and set this one down and pull out the next one. This is another Kube with an awesome blade shape. Very cool. We've got thumb studs. Let's see if I can reverse flick off the thumb stud. I can if I concentrate. Front flipper works really well. Action on this one is really good as well. All right, let me back up here. I think it's too expensive for a Kubi. Probably that one there, Fred. I'm thinking with those Damascus, probably. Fred says this is the KB Knives Protocol, also 20 CV and TI. It's currently tied for my favorite Kubi. This and the Pioneer. I can say that. That's got a neat design. Feels good in hand, and the action is very good. And what appears to be a hand satin blade. Probably not. Probably machine, but running longwise instead of vertical. Hopefully that's picking up on there. There we go. Roger Baker, I agree. It's a nice looking knife. Something I just noticed too, the access to the lock bar is really good. You've got really easy access. It's nothing more aggravating than having a really cool knife and then you try to close the knife and you're having a difficult time getting to the lock bar to get it to close. So, yep, very cool knife. All right, let's see. Fred says the protocol is a little more than half of the sudden. Whew. Maddie says best knife on that table is the 8010. Fred says the protocol looks and feels like very similar to my custom Pena Lux. And TK says protocol is in my most recommended knives list. Great knife, great price. Eddie's not a Hinderer fan apparently. And John Tagamore says like the acoustics there. They're talking about the Hunter. It's basically a slim 10, no liners with contoured scales. Recon 1 is a great user knife, but all the XHP and newer S35E and ones. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Now, I think these may be TKEs. This one, and This one I think is called the Phoenix. I think. Let me check something here. Huh. All right. Let's go back over here. Henry G says, "Oh, Satisfaction, I'm telling Brant what you said." Matt says, "I'll say it." All right. Some people are saying this is a Satisfaction night. Is that true? Just kidding. I know it is. This is the first chance I've got to check out the Phoenix. Easy access to the lock bar, as I just mentioned. Good flipper. It's got thumb studs though, but they are lined up to where they work really well. Bet you it'll reverse flick. Yes, it will. Maddie says the Phoenix is the best. So this is the Kaiser Phoenix, designed by our very own Satisfaction. See it's got the Phoenix there, and if you look at Satisfaction's logo, he's got a Phoenix on that too. And he lives in Phoenix, so I see a trend here. All right. Next up, this is a knife that I also wanted to check out. I'm going to try to see if I can't scoot this off to the side here. And I don't know that I've ever held one of these knives, actually. TK says 8010 still best knife, Satisfaction. Can I reverse flick off the fuller of the Phoenix? Let's see. Well, the fuller is only right there. I can, but it takes some doings. It takes some doings to reverse flick off that fuller. Can be done. Mick says, "Can't wait for the Orion." And yeah, I think got that one. Tycar says, "Premium Kubi line will drop in price like they do their other knives as time goes by." That would probably be a good time to pick one up, of course. I'm not putting that one up on the screen. If you put on your big boy pants, you can reverse flick it, Miss Tommy Mister. Thanks, TK. Appreciate you. You can see the Mohawk inspiration in that knife. All right. This is a Strider, and I don't know any designation on it. And I just failed the first flick. We're running on washers on this one, so this one's going to be different for me. Thumb works just fine. It is reverse flickable. I like how it feels in hand. The opening isn't quite to my liking, but I'm not using this knife yet either. So that's pretty cool. Tiger striping on the blade. Magna cut. Tiger striping on the titanium. And then we've got G10, it would appear, on that side, I think. Paul Mills, thank you for being here. Satisfaction says that one's called the Strider. Give it to me for free. Give it to Satisfaction for free. Sorry, can't read. But Fred's heard of that one, so you're in good hands. No powers and no we not. Quit ignoring me. You're a managing moderator, Mr. Eddie. And a knife. We got to look back at our chats, Mister. All right, let's see what else is in this bag. I think we've got some other stuff here as well. This one is the Vosteed. I forget what this one's called. It's the shilling cutter, but it's something that may be what this one's actually called. Because the Nightshade was the regular one. And this is the Vinkerlock version. Shilling cutter, yep. So I have been able to try the Vinkerlock out at Blood, but this will be the first time actually getting to play with it a good bit. Is this one Fred's or is this yours? I'll have to figure out whose is whose litter. But yeah, I like this one. This one's pretty cool. Nice pop of color too with those fluorescent or lime green, fluorescent green, whatever you want to call them, thumb studs. And that's going to be fun to play with too, that block. Looks pretty cool. This one's in L Max. I think TKE and Mr. Eddie both are managing mods. Let me catch up on the here. In case I'm missing something. TK says, can't wait till he tries to reverse flick the Zon. Todd's giving some good information out by retail or someone you know. Quite a few fake cold steel knives on the secondary, and it's getting harder and harder to tell. And that's a lot of the different knives, even some that would be considered more premium. That's the case a lot of times. Manufacturers says buy cold steels from Midway USA at 50% off. Nope, not the Nightshade, but it's I think it's based on the Nightshade. Oh, brother. Maddie's not a Vosteed fan either. LCAP says Mr. Eddie is in the mod dilemma with TKA. If everyone's a superhero, no one is a superhero. Very cool. All right, I think I've got one more in this package. And I'm pretty sure this one is TKE's. This is the Protect Mordax, I believe. S45VN. It seems lighter than I was expecting. I'm assuming that's an aluminum scales. And flipper only, but good action. I actually did order the crock today, and I'm gonna get rid of my the porcupine, but I did order the crock. I thought that one looked really good. I like how the button here is recessed. Pretty much would be very hard to accidentally engage that lock or disengage the lock. Don't dislike this one. Very cool. Very cool. So that's another one there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wasn't wrong. There's 10 so far, and I think there's at least one or two more is in there. Fred says that one knife works fantastic with a coffee can stud. It does also work with a real stud, but I didn't put one on mine when I had it since I usually sell things soon. Very cool. And Ty Car says Midway USA recently had a sale on Benchmade as well. $25 store coupon for every $100 spent on them. So a $300 would only be $225. Cool. And Robert Jones says Sportsman's Warehouse has an awesome sale on Benchmade right now as well. Very cool. Robert says $99 mini bug out, $129,940. That's that's a good sale. Very cool, very cool. All right, let's see what else is in here. I think this is the Hinderer box. That's the Hinderer box. I think this is the. So he sent it with all the different. No, this is for the. For the Hinderer. So you got the extra. So you can try the different washers and such. So very cool. Phosphor, the Teflons, and then some thick ones there. And we'll have to read up on all of that because I do not know. And then we do have one more box here. And a friend of mine's not going to believe that I have a Chris Reeve knife in hand, but I do. TK sent me his beloved to check out with all of its accoutrements. So that is cool. This thing looks pristine, TK. Yeah, I thought you said you carried this thing. Oh, there's a little scuff right there. How have you not scuffed this thing up? That works pretty well. Feels good in hand. Next, that black bar is good. I probably can't reverse flick this one. Nope. Those smooth thumb studs are not very flickable, are they? Not very thumbable either. Thought that tip was bent there, TK, but I think there was just something on it. Count the bearings. Well, I think these have washers too. So there's that. Maddie, thank you so much, sir. You had to bring up the bearings, didn't you? Let's see. None for now. Thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. TK says, noting the condition right now. Hold still. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Let me show him again. Scuff. There you go, sir. There you go. All right. Let's see where I'm standing in the conversations going on here. Robert says, oh, there's TK being TK. $99 griptillions according to Robert Jones. Very cool. That'd be good. No, for now, says I want a Hinder. I have a ZT0562 Ti now on a real one. Cool. And Mick Ranger says 8010 Tonto S35E is only $69 at Midway. Robert Jones says I just spent $700 at Sportsman's. Now, what are you talking about, Fred? Got it before Labor Day. Huh. Maybe, maybe not. Maddie says num-nums on. Count the bearings. Nothing's bent. See, I knew this comment was coming. Mr. Eddie says, scratch that Zon. I gotta scratch Sabenza. Oh, he'll never let it be lived down. I'm like, which one would I carry? What's my favorite? Which one would I carry? Just for general purposes, I would probably say this would be the one that I would carry the most. Just because it's got a very cool blade shape that I like. Kind of a stone-washed titanium scales, which wouldn't show wear so much. Although now I like this one too, so that's hard to say. This one, that one's pretty cool as well. Although I'm not a fan of the speed hole, so probably this one. Not that I dislike any of these, especially the being able to try out the Zon. Good access to the lock bar, by the way. Very good. I like the way they did that. It needs an opening hole in it, though. Just kidding, TK. Just kidding. But I also like this, the Vancro lock too. I think I'll still have to get used to that one. I like the Mordax Strider. I don't know about. Matty knife is pretty cool. Hinder is pretty cool. This 8010 is a beast of the knife. I look forward to carrying that. Although I haven't carried a backlock type of knife in quite a while. That one does feel good in hand, though. I keep wanting to reach for a frame lock or liner lock on that one. Let's see. Hellcat says the design with an Insingo blade would be so nice. Very cool. Yep. Todd Carr says great spread of old and new. Yep. That's I've got some very cool knives to take a look at. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 knives. Oh boy. TK says design could improve the opening for sure. You know what? The more you open this, the smoother it'll get too. And I'm sure there's probably a way you could polish those bearings. I will say I've been carrying this a lot, and the I don't have a lot of knives with washers, but this one, now that it's broken in, is very smooth, um, without any blade play. So, I mean, I can very easily just even one side of the crossbar lock, and opens and closes very good. So I'm sure the more that you use that knife, it'll probably break in and get a whole lot smoother. Come on. Yeah, I said back lock, but it's the triad lock. Mr. Eddie says, why is my wheat on the table? we need to have a discussion and then go back and look at our chats, Mr. Eddie. We'll work it out. Don't worry. All right, let's see here. Yeah, now I keep saying back lock, but triad lock, and there's apparently a difference. So, from what I understand, this is a impressively strong lock, and it's been used a little bit too. This one does have some character. Apparently, it looks like it had some sandpaper taken to it or something. Yes, 35 VN. Tonto. Did I try to reverse flick this? Probably didn't. No, I would probably cut my finger off, so we're not going to do that. All right, you guys. Next week, let me make sure, pretty sure, but next week, we're planning on doing the giveaway, and those giveaway knives be a choice of one of these. And then we'll have a giveaway also of either one of the knife stands. Where did the knife stand get to? Well, I'm sure I had one here earlier, but it's one of these knife stands, or a bit over, which I just got those in from my son-in-law. So we have those to choose from. Also have put the magnets in the end so that you've got a magnetic bit holder. So encourage you to be here next week. We'll try to have a fun live and hang out for a while. But I think we're about done for tonight. For now, it's getting close to 11 and time to shut it down and get ready to get in bed. So hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Really appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening to come and hang out, and really appreciate that. Really appreciate the knife community as a whole. Hope to see y'all again next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.